Bangkok, Thailand, considered to be the Detroit of Southeast Asia, now is facing severe floods, and the auto industry is affected. And today we have one of the sturdiest industries, well, the sturdiest companies, which Thai people would consider to be a truck on the road. But this is, we're talking about the trucks and buses of Volvo. And I'm going to welcome Christopher Martin to the show. สวัสดีครับ
สวัสดีครับ
สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีครับ
So, Christopher, could you tell us about your business? How affected is it from the flood situation right now?
I would say, to be honest, up to now, if I first start with our employees, we have, let's say, 15 to 20% of our staff who have been impacted, meaning up to now around 40, 50 people. Some of them cannot come to the office. And then regarding the assets, we fortunately up to now have not been impacted. Our factory has not been impacted. We are on Bang Natrat, kilometer 26, 24 and 26, and our headquarters have not been impacted yet. We have B plan just in case. What actually we are quite affected with, and it's very, very sad, it's our customers. Our customers have been really impacted. For some of them, they have lost everything. So we are doing our best, but if I tell you this through KPIs, we still have sold 80% of our target sales in October. No doubt that in November we'll suffer a bit more.
Do you have some measures to help your customers at your company so far, Mr. Christopher?
Of course we have. I would say we are in very close contact with them. We have sent them, let's say, emails and mails and phone calls every day. For the customers who have big number of trucks impacted, we send them every day 9 o'clock status of their trucks in our premises, when we can repair them, when we can provide them their trucks back. We have imported specific spare parts for, let's say, flood impacts, because the axles of the trucks, the what we call ECU, which is the electronic system of the trucks, are quite impacted. So we want to maximize the uptime of our customers. Still, let's be realistic. Some customers, we cannot do anything because they are in areas like Ayutthaya where we basically cannot go.
Are you suffering from any logistics problem right now, as most factories up north are being flooded?
Here again, I would say that our trucks are imported from Sweden in CKD, knocked down. And 90% of the trucks is imported from Sweden, and up to now it still flies. The problem we have faced is a bit with the tires, with the wheels, but it seems to be under control. We have great support from our supplier. And I would say the attitude and the mindset of the Thai people is quite impressive for me, coming from France. I think people are very dedicated, very resilient, and doing their best to help each other.
What about some help to your own employees at the company?
At the company, we have a daily crisis management meeting for the past 2 weeks, I would say, and we have defined, let's say, a 3 steps level. The first step, it's proactively for the people who are not impacted yet. We give them some money, a certain amount of money, so that they can buy some sandbags or whatever they need. And we took the decision yesterday, and it will be implemented this weekend, to allow them to have 5 boxes to move to let's say, a warehouse where the goods will be on the safe place. That's for the proactive. For the people already impacted, we have given them a package of money, a monthly package, to go to a hotel with their family or whatsoever. And then, after the crisis, we have already discussed with our headquarters, we will, depending on the impact for each employee, provide them with a certain amount of money. And I'm currently discussing with my headquarters as well to see if we could not have a fundraising for all the Volvo employees worldwide, 110,000 employees, to help Thailand and Volvo employees in Thailand.
That's very noble of you. And would you consider yourself to be one of the better off auto makers that are rather compared to other people who are affected? Would you compare yourself as better off?
For us, I would say up to now, we are very lucky. Up to now, we are very lucky as a company, I would say. Of course, I'm naturally thinking of my 40 colleagues who are impacted. And unfortunately, I guess there will not be only 40 because we are expecting that some other areas may be flooded. But as a company as such, if I compare with some of my competitors, and in this case I can say they are not competitors, they are colleagues.
Yes.
Yes, we are quite lucky. We are quite lucky up to now.
And in your company's forecast of this flood so far, the damage, is it expected like this or is it beyond expectation?
Up to now, I would say, and here I don't want to be too optimistic, but up to now, I would say rather under control for the company because we were lucky enough to be in Bangna. I think if we had been in Rangsit or in Ayutthaya, whomever you are, you cannot forecast. But now with all the things we've been watching TV and all things, we have prepared B plan. So I think that we will not suffer too much as a company. Then, of course, some customers will have big issues and we may have some overdues or anything like this, which is minor compared to the situation in Thailand. But I think if I compare this with some of my competitors, it's really small business we are talking about.
Mr. Christophe, what are some flood preventive measures you have already implemented for the factories, perhaps those located in Bang Natrat?
Yeah, so actually here we should separate the headquarters and the factory.
Yes.
For the factory that I'm not running on a daily basis, my colleague Bo Palmqvist, the Swedish guy who is doing this, they have a rescue team 24 hours a day, and they have put everything necessary like sandbags, walls, everything to prevent. They have moved some tools. Of course, the server for IT has been moved as well, protected. So I think they are doing very well, and their factory is 1.5 meter high, so we are rather confident. For our headquarters, which is 2 kilometers far, 2 kilometers 26, we've done basically the same, but we have already thought of our core business. And the core business for us is basically to repair trucks, to sell trucks, and then to collect the money and to pay our employees. And for this, we most probably, if things turn out really bad, we'll move most of our people to Rayong and maybe to Saraburi.
And as for your main products to be trucks, have you help the authoritative bodies by giving them trucks to allocate food and services?
Actually, we've done this, and together with the nation, at least for 2 trucks for you, we've allocated already 5 to 6 trucks. And I must thank my customer who helped us as well in this, the company Champinit, CP in the north of Thailand. So we have already done this. Depending on the situation, we'll try to do even more. And today we are testing with our staff. We are trying to go, I think it's in Lamluka, to try to help people and some of our employees, but we cannot in the meantime take too big risks. So we need to measure to what level we can go. Basically, you can operate our big trucks, our FMX, which are the very strong trucks. We can operate them up to 80 centimeters of water. Exceptionally, we can go up to 1 meter, but not more. If not, we have big risk that the truck is stuck in the water, and then it's a big issue.
In the worst case scenario, Mr. Christopher, and we hope it doesn't happen, will Volvo keep their investment in Thailand?
This, there's no doubt. I mean, I am very happy to work for Volvo. I had a board which was held in Singapore for the Asia region 1 week ago, and the board approved our investment for 10 more retail, let's say, truck centers in the country. I was a bit anxious of their reaction, of the reaction of the shareholder that, okay, is Thailand safe at the moment and so on. No, the Volvo strategy is very clear. We keep on investing. We have high hopes in this country. We consider Thailand as the hub for Southeast Asia. So we keep on our investment. And I must say, I have a great support from the shareholders and my headquarters in Sweden. Very supportive, and they really want to help Thailand and Thai employees.
That's very noble of you again. And do you forecast the auto industry to grow or to slow down after the floods? Final question.
I must say I cannot speak in the name of the auto industry. I don't feel I have the authority to do this. But my feeling, of course, is that when you see the car industry, I don't know for the truck industry, but the car industry, I've read in the newspaper like you, our Japanese colleagues have been impacted. And of course, I hope that Thailand, which has been up to now a very effective hub for automotive, will remain. But there is a risk, of course, that some competitors or companies, I would say, think maybe of moving their investment somewhere else. I hope this will not happen. I really hope that we will learn from the lessons as a country and try to define. And I think the government should ask the private companies to be part of these efforts, because I think it's our duty to be part of the efforts. But what can we do in the future to avoid such issues? But I hope, really hope, that we will, that the let's say the auto industry will stay here. For Volvo, it's 100% sure.
Okay.
That's good to hear, Mr. Christophe.
You're welcome.
And that's all the time we have today in ASEAN Business Report. You can watch us every weekdays from 12 to 1 p.m. And if you're in need for also a news update later in the evening, we have ASEAN Newsroom from 9 p.m. to 10:30 p.m.
And you can also leave your comments or suggestions on our Facebook and Twitter page as usual. I'm Weena Jongprasit.
มัทกรปลอดดีสวัสดีครับ
สวัสดีค่ะ
Sorry.